Akanksha. Wow, how Narendraji writes, Karishma said to her friend, moving the novel away from her eyes. Do you sit with a novel all day? Writers seem a bit eccentric to me, Akanksha said, getting up from the bed. Come on, leave it, let's go down to the canteen for tea. Placing the novel on the bedside table, Karishma said, I feel like having tea too. The two friends lived in the same hostel room. Karishma's father was a primary school teacher in a village. They had 5 daughters, and Karishma was the eldest. Her father was having her do a Bachelor of Education, so she could become a high school teacher. Akanksha, on the other hand, was the daughter of a wealthy businessman. She even kept her own mobile phone and laptop in the hostel room. The two friends got along very well, although they had come from different cities to do their B.Ed. They were very fond of each other. Girl, you save the money you should be spending on yourself and keep buying this writer's novels. Why are you doing all this? Akanksha asked, sipping tea. Akanksha, reading this author's novels makes me feel that ordinary people like us also matter. Forget the novels. Now I've fallen in love with the author himself. And you know, he's 40, but still not married, Karishma said, excited and happy. Are you crazy? You are 25 and he's 40. Are you planning to marry him? Akanksha asked in surprise. You took the words out of my mouth. Do something, please. In 2 months our teaching practice will end and we'll go back home. We have neither a mobile nor a laptop at home, and we live in a village. My father will get me married as soon as I return, Karishma said, eyes filling with tears. Come on, let's go upstairs, run the internet on the laptop from my phone, and look him up. Akanksha decided to help. They finally found Narendraji on Facebook. Akanksha created an account posing as Karishma, uploaded her photo, and sent Narendraji a friend request. The next day he accepted it, and that was that. The chatting started day and night. One day they planned to meet. Karishma felt like she was walking on air. The friendship was turning into love so easily, Akanksha could hardly believe it. She kept saying, something's off. But Karishma was obsessed with Narendraji and thought Akanksha might be jealous. Finally, when Karishma went to meet Narendraji at a hotel, Akanksha went along. Akanksha also found Narendraji reasonably okay. He didn't look that old, though clearly older than Karishma. Akanksha noticed he had a big car. She had already seen photos of his house on Facebook. Suddenly, she thought of Karishma's poverty. Under such circumstances, a compromise over age could be understandable. The three of them sat outside in the restaurant, drinking tea. Are you staying in a room in this hotel? Akanksha asked, breaking the silence. Yes, Narendra replied with a smile. Karishma's heart was pounding and she sat quietly, shy. That's why she had brought Akanksha along. Akanksha continued, whenever Karishma chats with you on Facebook, I'm right there. We share the same hostel room. My name is Akanksha. Karishmaji never mentioned you, Narendra said, gesturing toward her. Friends never came up in conversation, Karishma replied, mustering courage. I have a quick errand in the market. I'll be back within an hour. You to talk, Akanksha said, standing up and leaving the restaurant. Karishma wanted to open up and talk freely. She told Narendraji, I'm very afraid of the hostel warden and the teachers. If anyone sees me, I'll be in big trouble. Let's go to my room. We'll talk there, Narendraji said, standing up. Sitting in the room, Karishma told him about her poverty and all her family circumstances. Narendraji proposed marriage. Karishma agreed. He took Karishma's home address and said he would speak to her family. Narendra said he wasn't just a writer. He also had a textiles import-export business worth crores. After an hour or so, they sat in the restaurant waiting for Akanksha. As soon as Akanksha returned, Karishma invited Narendraji to visit her home and took leave. The two girls took a rickshaw back to the hostel. Reaching the room, Akanksha asked, Tell me, what did you two talk about while I was gone? Tell me everything from start to finish. Karishma began. He asked about my family. After a while we went up to the hotel room. We ordered coffee and snacks. He asked me about marriage. I said yes. And what else? Tell me more. You'll go on talking anyway, Akanksha asked excitedly. Nothing else. Just talking. He's a very decent man. My respect for him has increased, Karishma said. If he didn't even hold your hand in private, something's off. An ordinary guy wouldn't jump to marriage this fast, and on the other hand he isn't expressing love either. Something is strange, Akanksha said thoughtfully. You are just being suspicious. Okay, forget it. Tell me, how did he look to you? Karishma deflected. All fine, I guess. Now you just prepare for the wedding, and be sure to invite me, Akanksha teased. A month later, the two friends went back to their homes. They were happy to have completed their B.Ed. They called each other now and then. Suddenly, for 3 or 4 months, Karishma didn't call Akanksha. Akanksha tried calling, but Karishma's phone was switched off. Hello, how are you, Akanksha? Karishma asked. Where were you, Karishma? I called so many times, your phone was off. Is everything okay? Akanksha asked. It's a long story, listen calmly, Karishma said with a deep breath. Come on, tell me, I'm really curious, Akanksha said. 2 months ago, Narendraji came to our home and asked my parents for my hand. I thought they would agree easily, but my father flatly refused. He said they educated me so I could pay for my sister's education. After Narendraji left, I tried hard to persuade my parents, but it didn't work. Finally, when I protested, my parents locked me in the house. I suggested to Narendraji that we elope, and he agreed. Karishma paused to breathe. Then? What happened next? Akanksha asked. Then I wrote a letter to my parents, telling them not to follow me, that I'm an adult and I'm leaving of my own will. The next day at noon, Narendraji and I got married, Karishma was saying when Akanksha burst in. Wow! You got married, congratulations. How does it feel to be married? Akanksha asked in amazement. This Saturday is my wedding reception. I'll send you my address as soon as I hang up. You must come. Okay, I'm hanging up to send it now, Karishma said, ending the call. Karishma and Narendra were very happy. Relatives began arriving. Narendra showed Karishma the house. It was very big. Karishma realized she had become the wife of a millionaire. The house had at least 25 or 30 rooms, many of them locked. It was hard to tell which room opened where. A little way behind the house were some bushes, and behind them, in the dark, there was a room, entry to which was forbidden to everyone. A narrow path led to that room. The house is a maze. I don't understand why you've locked some rooms, Karishma said to Narendra, standing in the lawn. I live here alone. Who many servants irritate me. There's just one servant, Kaka Babu, who has been here from the beginning. Other workers come and go, Narendra said, steering the topic away. But I was asking, why are the rooms locked? And whose is that room among the bushes? Karishma repeated. Simple. This house is too big to maintain, so only the used rooms are open. As for the room in the bushes, that was my mother's. Her things are kept there, Narendra said. Akanksha came on the day of the reception. She asked Karishma privately again, so, did you consummate the marriage? Karishma laughed. No, yaar, Narendraji is a very good man, you just keep doubting him. Yesterday he showed me the whole house and introduced me to the servants. We have our whole lives, this is all you think about. If anything happens, I'll tell you. You have to get married too. Maybe that's why you want tips. There was a grand party at night. Narendraji's younger brother, Manav, also came. The next day, relatives gradually began to leave after meeting the new bride. Then Narendraji's brother Manav and their aunt's son Rajan came to take leave. When Karishma learned that Manav was Narendra's real brother but lived with their aunt, she said to Narendraji, "Please ask Manav to stay for a few days, he's your own brother." Narendraji, reluctantly, asked his brother to stay a few days. Manav too wanted to spend some time with his sister-in-law. After a few days, Narendra had to go to his office to attend to business. At home, only Karishma and Manav remained. After breakfast, the two strolled in the lawn. In conversation, Karishma asked, "Why do you live with your aunt? Why not here at home?" "Bhabhi, after mother died, it was hard for me to live here, so aunt took me with her," Manav said, turning his face away. Thinking a bit, Karishma said, "Manav, you must think I'm a cunning, sharp woman." "Why are you saying that, Bhabhi?" Manav asked emotionally. "Look, Manav, I'm your elder sister-in-law. I want us to be good friends. I come from a very poor family, and I'm at least 15 years younger than your brother. I eloped, so whatever happens, I can't go back. I can't even talk to my parents on the phone. In this house, there's no one but you two brothers, and you live apart. Your brother is busy with business, so tell me, who else can I talk to but you?" "Bhabhi, I understand. Don't worry, you can talk to me about anything. You are much younger than me, too. We'll be good friends," Manav smiled. "Okay then, shake on it. From today, kinship on one side and our friendship on the other," Karishma said happily, extending her hand. Manav and Karishma would sit in the lawn daily, drink tea, and chat. Manav had been staying at his brother's house for a week after the wedding. Karishma felt she could open up to Manav more than to Narendraji. At breakfast, Narendra asked Manav, "How is your job? If you take this much leave, won't they fire you?" Manav felt his brother was hinting he should leave. He thought a moment and said, "I quit that job." "Why?" Narendra asked in surprise. "They wouldn't give me leave for your wedding. Aunt said there's no day more important than a brother's wedding, so she advised me to resign," Manav said. "That's madness, so what if you couldn't attend? You should have kept your job," Narendra snapped. "What are you saying? You should be happy your brother made such a sacrifice to be here. You should employ him in your business and keep him here at home," Karishma said bluntly. Narendra's face flushed with anger. Suppressing it, he said, "You shouldn't butt in. You've been here only a week. Better stay within your limits." Frightened, eyes brimming, Karishma left the table and went to her room. Narendra went to the office without coming to her room. He didn't call for Karishma either. After a while, Kaka Babu came in and said, "Daughter-in-law, Manav is preparing to leave. Shall I send him to meet you before he goes?" Karishma wiped her tears and said, "Tell him I have something important to ask. Don't leave in a hurry. I'll come to his room now." "All right, Bahu," Kaka Babu said and left. Karishma called Akanksha and told her everything that had happened. "Please don't take it the wrong way. I felt something was off from day one, but I want to help you," Akanksha said. "Then you tell me what to do. I don't understand anything," Karishma said sadly. "As I see it, win Manav's trust and gather as much information as you can about Narendraji. Manav will help," Akanksha advised. "I'll do that right now, since Manav is leaving today." "Okay, hanging up, we'll talk later," Karishma said, ending the call. Karishma hurried out and went to Manav's room. "Manav, if you are truly my friend, answer my questions honestly," Karishma said, holding his hand as he packed. Placing his other hand over hers, Manav said, "I truly want to help, but I'm afraid. I promise, whatever it is, I won't tell your brother," Karishma assured him. "All right, Bhabhi, ask," Manav said. "First tell me, how did your parents die?" "When my brother was 6 and I was 1, our father died in a car accident. Mother was a writer. Instead of publishing her work, she devoted herself to raising us and managing father's vast business," Manav recounted. "And your mother?" Karishma asked on. "About 10 or 11 years later, my mother drowned in the swimming pool. I don't know how. I was at tutoring. Aunt took me with her. Kaka Babu told aunt that from his room, he saw Narendra push mother toward the deep end. She screamed, but by the time he reached, she had sunk deep and died on the way to the hospital. The post-mortem showed poison in her food. Fearing Narendra might kill me too, Kaka Babu convinced aunt to take me away. How true it all is, I don't know, but one thing is clear. My brother never lets me stay here. He runs all the business himself. Manav finished with a deep sigh. Your brother is a fine writer. Writers don't do such things. I think Kaka Babu might be lying. Maybe it's his game. Perhaps he killed your mother and blamed Narendraji, Karishma said. I never thought of that, Bhabhi, but one thing is sure. Someone in this house is definitely at fault, Manav said quietly. I'll keep a close eye on your brother and Kaka Babu. Don't worry, Karishma said. One more thing, 5 or 6 years ago, Kaka Babu said brother secretly married a girl in a temple. No one was invited. I met her once or twice, she was very nice. Suddenly one day we heard she hanged herself. It's also true brother was away in another city that day, Manav said. So Narendraji was married? Am I his second wife, and he didn't even think it right to tell me? Karishma said in shock and pain. Don't be upset, maybe he didn't feel right bringing up a short-lived marriage, Manav said. Either way, something is fishy. The needle of suspicion could point to Kaka Babu too, Karishma said. Kaka Babu is a good man, they say. My parents hired him and trusted him very much, Manav said. Now I'm even more scared, Karishma said. Were you scared before, too? Manav asked. Yes, your brother tells weird things at night. He says your mother's spirit comes to that room behind the bushes. Whoever follows or tries to know gets killed by it. He strictly forbids me from talking to you, to Akanksha, or to any servant about anything. Akanksha keeps asking how married life is, whether the wedding night happened. What can I tell her? Something else is going on here, Karishma said, distressed. Bhabhi, tell me honestly, has brother really not begun married life with you? Manav asked hesitantly. Don't take it badly, there may be a secret in this too. Yes, it feels like a mother-in-law-daughter-in-law relationship. Love is far off, he keeps threatening to kill me, then suddenly changes the subject, Karishma said, tears falling. Bhabhi, take my number. Whenever brother isn't home, keep me informed, Manav said kindly. Oh no, I just remembered, your brother checks my calls and then interrogates me. He seems suspicious by nature, Karishma said. Hearing this, Manav fell into thought. Then the only solution is for you to have a new phone, one brother knows nothing about. I'll buy one and get it to you secretly, Manav said. How will that happen? Karishma asked. The cleaning woman here is named Champa Devi. I've known her since mother's time. I'll send the phone through her. Keep it in a locked trunk or somewhere he can't reach. I also want to catch my mother's killer and learn why I've been kept away from the house and property, Manav said. After a while, Manav left the house, and Karishma went to her room, deep in thought. That night Karishma saw that Narendraji was gone from the bed. She looked around the house for him but, frightened, returned. The next day she told Manav everything. Manav said, if he does it again, follow him, and if you can't find him, check that room behind the mansion to see if anyone goes there or if the light is on. The next night, Narendraji disappeared again at midnight. Karishma got up and followed him. Narendra unlocked a room, went in, and bolted it from inside, a room from which no light showed. After peeking around for a long time, Karishma returned to her room and quietly called Manav. She was very scared. Manav, I'm terrified, don't know what to do. He's changing day by day. The more I ask, the harsher he replies. Sometimes it feels like he'll strangle me, Karishma whispered into her quilt. Just check once from the bathroom's back window. See if that room's light is on, Manav urged. Karishma did so. She saw a woman in white entering the room. She told Manav. Manav told her to stay quiet for now and to inform him immediately when brother left town for a few days, since Manav's city was at least 3 hours away. That's what happened. One day Narendra went on a business tour. Manav came to the city, took a hotel room, and came to the house at midnight. Taking the duplicate key from Kaka Babu, they opened that room. They went in and started searching. They found a trunk full of mother's handwritten works. Manav found his mother's diary and began reading it right there. In one place mother had written, "My elder son is not a man, he is a hijra. I kept him as my son. Today Narendra is 16. Yet I fear him as if he were a 60-year-old man. It feels like he will try to kill me in my sleep. I can't tell anyone about what is growing inside him." The three now understood that Narendraji was a hijra. To perform masculinity he married repeatedly. When the wife learned the truth, he drove her to such desperation that she killed herself. He was a greedy man who killed his mother and seized all the property. If Manav had lived there, he might have killed him too. At night he himself dressed as a woman and copied mother's writings in his own hand to get them published under his name. The three decided to have him caught red-handed by the police and put everything back as it was. When Narendraji returned and one night went to the room, police and media were hidden inside and outside. As soon as he copied mother's story and wrote his own name, the officer shouted, "Hands up!" from behind. "You are a murderer, you killed your mother and wife. You are a shapeshifter, you scare people as your mother's ghost and publish her writings under your name." Just then the door opened and the media were entering. Narendra realized all his secrets were out and he was trapped. He quickly turned and pulled the trigger of the pistol in the officer's hand. The shot went off into the officer's holster. Narendra collapsed there, saying, "It's all true." A few months later, Manav legally took over the entire business. With aunts and other relatives' consent, and with Manav and Karishma agreeing, they got married. Not only that, Manav and Karishma turned the entire mansion into a school and named it after mother. The two moved into a separate lovely house and lived happily.